We have the Bellroy Tech Kit Compact, the wee little brother of the Tech Kit. So, can a tech pouch be too small? Well, if you're trying to only carry one, then I'd say yes, but when it's small, too small.
Too small.
As mentioned, Bellroy is the manufacturer. This is the Tech Kit Compact, and it is a tech pouch. This is the bronze color, which I really like, but it also comes in midnight, which is black, navy, basalt, and limestone. And Bellroy kits or pouches, they come in this kind of non-rigid but still molded state. All right, let's go quickly through technical details and pricing. Designed in Australia, it's made in India or the Philippines. They split their manufacturing between those two countries for most of their products these days. And Bellroy also has a 3-year warranty on their products. You can tell I've really been using this. It's kind of bulging in certain spots like that, but really, at a cost of $55, this is not bad for a tech pouch. Let's see if this compact wee pouch can accommodate what I like to carry in one pouch. Oh, and we'll also talk about the features. I've been using this tech pouch for the past month, and for my personal preferences, I've come to a few conclusions, which we'll get to at the very end. Now, there are 3 points where we see leather, right here in the branding on the front. We also have one right here where the zipper ends, and also on the zip pole itself. Now, I normally had to reduce what I normally take in my pouch to make this one work. And as I mentioned, you can see that it bulges, because there just really is no way to make this perfect unless you're just not carrying enough, which I know, you can never carry enough, but you can. And so let's get into this one and take a look here. You notice the zipper. Well, first of all, I want to talk a little bit about zippers. This is a OOK zipper. And it's from a company out of Hong Kong, and they've been making zippers since 2007. OOK, like many other zipper manufacturers in the world, they make zippers that are equal to or exceed those by YKK, which is kind of the standard, and we talk about that quite a bit. And there's some with even better reputations around the world. Rakogni, Riri, Lampo Zip, and the designers and engineers at Bellroy indicate that the OOK zippers produce the best metal zippers that they've ever tested. And so from a metal zipper perspective, you can't get better than this OOK, according to their testing and what the industry says, despite that they use YKK for most of their offerings. But for tech pouches, which take a lot of stretch and abuse, they actually pay more for this OOK zipper than they would for a comparable YKK zipper. Now, the rest of this pouch is made from a soft shell. It is water resistant, made from an Aluma woven fabric from recycled material. Now, it feels and acts like the material used in the woven wallet series from Bellroy, but that's I think it's a Lida series, something like that, but it is different. Now, from an exterior perspective, let me try and zip this back up and you can see kind of my struggle there a bit. It can stand on its own. It is molded this way, and when opened, it lays flat. And I do kind of like this because it provides easy access to all that you want to get into and to be able to put back in. Now, if we start over here on the mesh side, I had to choose carefully where I put everything so it would fit most appropriately when closed, because you can overbalance on a particular side. I like to carry a full Magic Mouse with me, an Apple Magic Mouse. This thing is a pain to fit in here if you carry anything else substantial. I also have my power brick, and it is a bit of a thickie, but it's because I get 2 USB-C and 2 regular USBs. It also has adapters for international plugs from here as well. And then I also have just a small pen right here I keep. And this mesh itself feels good. It's not rough, but it does have somewhat of a tooth to it, and it has a mild stretch to it, but it doesn't close at the top. That's okay because you've got this lip here from this slightly molded component, and so it keeps things in and keeps them from falling out over here. Now, the one thing I don't quite like is this pass-through. There's this pass-through right here at the bottom, and you can see how the sew line goes down here and this passes through. I'm sure this helps in puckering as well as providing a little more give, but if you put anything small over here, they're going to transfer back and forth through this bottom channel. Now, moving over here to this side, we have 1, 2, 3, and a 4th elastic strap area to hold items, with these 2 small ones on the outside and these 2 offset ones on the interior. So this is a little smaller than this one for bigger items, obviously. Now, putting things on the exterior can be difficult. You can put loops in here. I put nail clippers in here because it actually helps me as well for cutting things in addition to what you would expect it to be. And over here I've got my 5-in-1. It's actually, it's a 5-in-1. Love this thing because this actually is what charges my laptop, because it's 2 USB-Cs on both sides. I get a regular USB here, and then this is interesting. This is a lightning, and if you flip this over, you can notice it doesn't have those pins there. This is actually for a mini HDMI. So we'll set that aside right here. And let's see, I've got a small one here. This is for my wireless headset that I use. And I have two little adjustments. We've talked about these before. This is the chiffon. Again, it's another multi, but this is what I use to then plug into and utilize all this here. I, of course, have USB-Cs on my MacBook Pro, which I carry, and so these are just extras that allow me to really keep connected where I have devices. Along the same line, back here, we'll kind of get to it, I have my Apple Watch charger, very small, just plugs in USB-C. Kind of clever. I really like this because it's so small. Now, if we come back to these two major pieces right here, these elastic bands, whatever you want to put in here is fine. You know, I've toyed with putting the Magic Mouse over here, which would work just fine. I've actually toyed with putting this over here, which again works just fine. You just get issues with closure if you have something really too big on this other side. But the biggest issue is when you have cables. So the height of this, meaning the height from here to here, is not significant. And so you really have to wind your cables very tight. Or, you know, in this case, I really had to work with them closely so that both of these sides, which, you know, have a lot of distance on them right here, a lot of space, don't interfere at the top. So I have to either put them a little lower, but I have to make sure these things are tight in tight. Again, management of cables, that's a lot of what you carry, and it's not very forgiving. Now, if I move to the interior, I have a Qi. This is my power brick. It also has a little stand on it. It can also be plugged in to receive the charge. Very convenient. I really like this. So I put this behind where my Magic Mouse is over here. My big brick goes over here, smaller items over here. And that's the whole point of doing your initial fit. You really have to go through and understand initially all the things you carry and where they go so that you can actually successfully close it without it looking or acting like it's so stuffed that it's just ridiculous. Now, if we continue on the back here, just have a few little things. Got my AirPods, I've got a SD card reader right here, and then there is this clever little pocket right here. It's really small, it's meant for little bits, but what I miss overall is some kind of zippered pouch for all these little things. You know, I wish I could throw this in, and this in, and this in, and even my clippers. All these could go into a small little zipper pouch area, but if you have anything small that goes in here, they'll fall out. Now, what I do keep in here is my little Gerber multi-tool. I really like this because it provides me really a very simple tool I can carry anywhere and help me solve problems.
Look, we're trying to get to 80,000 subscribers. It seems like it's huge. It's not. Go subscribe, share it with your friends. As soon as we do, holy crap, 2 lucky winners, 5 wallets of their choice.
With this being empty, you can see how the molded space is provided for. If I close this up, it's already pre-molded, as you're familiar with if you've looked at this at all, but it still has enough give to where you're able to move this around. If I open this up zip-wise, you can see that it has a bit of a give to it, which is great. It measures 6.69 by 5.12 by 2.6 empty, and it weighs 157 grams, or 5.5 ounces.
When confronted by different things, it's always wise to have an open mind and assess if what you're asking for is too much, and you can actually adjust. Well, in the end, having carried some semblance of a tech pouch or pouches for nearly 30 years, I'd have to say this one is a little too small for my preference. But regardless of that, on to the final score.
For quality of 4, I question the longevity of the elastic pockets, but overall it's constructed very well. Price of 3, think it's fair. Features of 3. It's missing an enclosed space for smaller items, a kind of zippered area or something can be secured, magnets, something like that. We tend to still carry small fiddly things due to trying to reduce and simplify. Usability of 4, it is easy to use once you understand what's available to you. It's very easy. And perception of 4. That gives us a final score of 37 out of 50.
Like this video? Then watch this one next. And we'll see you in the next review. Bye.